think you said. You said you've got commitments that they'll give it a fair shot. What's the next step for you?
My next step is to work with the leaders on identifying a sponsor. I've had several members already come to me from both chambers to talk about it. I'm going to play a role as an advocate for it. Obviously, I'm going to work with the Speaker and the Senate President on trying to identify members and then come up with a starting point for a plan to begin the debate. I've already told the Minority Leader in the House, Armin Budish, that look forward to meeting with him soon and talking about what those issues might be. But identifying the sponsors and getting a starting point for where the debate will begin is my first action.
And do you think you said your resolution is probably as good as any starting point?
Well, my resolution is not my sole work. It's not something that John invented on his own. It came from 4 years of trying to move a resolution through the process. It's the only resolution that had House and Senate and congressional maps in it that's ever passed any chamber during that reform effort. And the idea of the board and several other things were seemed to be universally supported. It was the concept. It was the same concept that was in the House version. They assembled the same board that I had put together, and so it's a starting point. Again, it doesn't have to be my way of doing things. It's about solving the problem that I'm interested in. I have no pride in ownership.
Referendum's just half the battle, right? I mean, do you think voters would go for this now?
I think voters would jump at the chance but think about the manner in which it gets to them. That a 3/5 majority of Democrats and Republicans would have voted to change the process on how maps are drawn to create a fair opportunity for everybody. I don't know anybody that is truly interested in good governance that couldn't be for that concept.
As you well know from your time in the legislature, things often don't happen until there's a deadline pending. We're 10 years away from the next one. So how do you press your urgency?
I think that the fact that the outcome, the further you are from something, in some ways, also makes it easier when it comes from redistricting. No one would know who would control the process in 10 years, and that means that not many people walking around here today in the legislature really have a vested interest in the outcome of it, because they'd all be gone by the time the next maps went into place, and due to term limits. And so I think that is an advantage in this particular case. But as you heard in my remarks, I am not naive about this. There are plenty of partisans who will say that they're for it, but then figure out a way to throw marbles under the feet of the people that are trying to change this. But I think people are tired of the way government works, and that you're not going to get away again with dodging this issue.